This is my boring life. Welcome to the show.
Well, what is happening, gang? Welcome to another episode of My Boring Life. Hope you enjoy the show. So I did something just now, probably shouldn't have done. It's 100 degrees outside with an extreme heat index, and I just walked 4.5 miles around the neighborhood. I felt like I had the energy, every time I figured, I should go home now. I felt a surge that I could go a little bit more. So I'm still continuously trying to lose weight. If you look back in my history, you'll see my over 50 and fat series. So I'm still trying to continue to lose weight, but it's probably going to kick my ace tomorrow. Might have a little sunburn going on and stuff like that, but I felt good. I rocked out 4.5 miles about. So I'm feeling pretty good, except for I'm feeling a little hot and sweaty, but that's cool. But hey, I wanted to invite you into where the magic happens when I'm making the videos and talk about a few things today. I got a keyboard set up here. I don't really use it in the videos. That's just for me to goof off on every once in a while. Got the dual monitors going. Got my microphone set up. And then one of the things I want to tell you about is because, I'm doing this My Boring Life series, I needed some excitement. I'm just getting really bored doing what I'm doing. So I am going to go to Vegas on this month, June 18th. I will be in Vegas for the Faster Pussycat concert. So if you happen to be in Vegas on June 18th, let me know, hit me up. We'll have a beer or Jack and Coke or something together. But just wanted to let you know that. But today I wanted to talk about being a rock star and a movie star. Obviously it didn't work out. I'm here. But back in the 80s, I was in a band with my buddies. Named Blizzard. Probably you heard about it in another video. And inspirations were like bands like Motley Crue and stuff like that. So we were a young bunch of teenagers making our attempt at being a hair band. And here's a picture. And then after that, I joined the military, did my thing, ended up living in Michigan, and in Michigan, played in a couple bands. And during this time, I was lead singer in Blizzard. I was lead singer throughout the early 90s when I was just goofing around with bands back and forth, trying to find my way. This is what I looked like in the early 90s. All right. Then life went on. Got married, had kids, got divorced. And then got back into the band scene and making music. And I really was focusing on a lot of my solo stuff, which was right when MySpace was big. So I started really pushing hard my 80s glam hairband stuff. And, started doing all the vocals, the instruments, and, everything. I was doing all of it. And putting it out there, and I got big on MySpace. Back then I had 50,000 followers. So 50,000 followers in 2007, 2008. That's what I'm guessing the years was pretty huge. This is what I look like, and not only did I have a lot of followers, but they had like charts. Who was the number one artist for rock? Who was the number one artist for country? And then they had subcategories. Who was the number one artist for glam rock? And I'm guessing it was somewhere between 2007 and 2009. I can't remember, but probably earlier, probably 2007. But I was the number one glam rock artist on MySpace back in that time, which was awesome because MySpace was the thing at that time. Then MySpace started going downhill, but I was still doing the band thing. But now I was focused on playing bass for another band, Promise of Tomorrow. Um, we had a good time. We had some really good shows. We had some bad shows, just like any other band. Being in a small town, you might have a big crowd, you might have a small crowd. But that was cool. But because of all this, a local director came in and said, "Hey, you would be perfect for this part in the movie. Would you come audition?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I show up at the studio area where they're doing the auditions, and they give me a script. They tell me what they want me to read. And, they said they'd call me about 10 minutes. So I'm going over, the section that they want me to read. And I get up there. We had to go upstairs to the room where the audition was. I get up there. And they said, "All right, you ready?" And I said, "I sure am." And I set my script down. And they're like, "Oh, aren't you going to read with us?" I said, "Yeah, I got it memorized." They're like, "You memorized it?" And I'm like, "Isn't that what I was supposed to do?" Never been in a movie before other than being an extra as a kid. I had been in plays, and obviously in plays you have to memorize the lines, so I just figured you had to memorize it. Oh, they were like, "No, you didn't have to memorize it, but that's cool." So we did the back and forth with the lines, and they're like, "Cool." So I'm in this movie called They Can't Be Stopped. This is, back in the day when zombies were big and everything. So it was another zombie movie. And I was like, this is so awesome. For the first 25 to 30 minutes, I was one of the main focuses of the movie. Co-star, if you will. And had a lot of lines. And the reason why I say I was the main focus for the first 25 to 30 minutes of the movies, because I was the first one killed. This is a scene of me dying. Can't really tell it's me, but here's me running from the zombies. And here's me thinking I'm cool smoking a cigarette. But it was good times. I was so excited. The movie was so close to being ready to be released. And wouldn't you know, the director was dating the main star, the female star, the lead. And they broke up right at the end. So the movie's sitting somewhere on either someone's memory card or his computer, but it's somewhere, but it never made it out. But that was my movie star experience. It was fun. I loved it. I'd definitely do it again if somebody offered it to me. But I just wanted to do a quick episode. I don't know if it's quick or not, of my boring life today. Let you know what's going on. Let you into my little studio. Wanted to show you this guitar right here. This is the guitar that was featured in the Rating the Rock Vault video that I did a few days ago. Check it out. It's about one of the shows in Vegas, and I got all of the crew, not the crew, the cast members, the actual musicians, to sign the guitar. And it's musicians from Survivor, Whitesnake, I believe Meatloaf, one of the girl was from, Rough Cut, Quiet Riot. So just a lot of real musicians, real stars from back in the 80s. They just get together and do this show, and it was so awesome. So check out that video. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode of My Boring Life. Remember, if you're in Vegas, June 18th, Faster Pussycat, shoot me a message on in the comments, and we'll go out and have a drink. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Chris. This is Amazing Fun, Fit, and Travel. This is My Boring Life. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you in the next one. Wink. Take care.